Hello, let's start. Kindly confirm when you were able to see my screen.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So I will do a quick recap. You can ask any question and then we will move forward. So in the last session, what we did, we went to the organization administration. We created one legal entity. Using this information, and then kindly mute yourself if you're not talking. And then we went to the journal ledger. We created the currencies. We imported the currency exchange rates. We set up the rate provider, and we did something in this region. And then we created the fiscal year, and then we moved to the journal ledger in order to combine everything. We need chart of account, and we need the account structures, currency, default rates. If you have any confusion, you can revisit the first session. So let's try to see the number of journals which we have already created. We go to the journal names. So I'm in the wrong company. We created the company, this one. Let's go there. Take a while in switching the company. This is the company we created in the first session, and we had just one journal, which is the journal, and we posted one entry there. Let's go to journal ledger, see the trial balance, calculate. Yeah. So we took a loan of 100,000 from a bank, and our bank is debited and liability is being credited. So that's something we already covered in the first session. Now we move forward. And one more thing we did, we created one vendor as well. Let's see that. Yeah, we created Fias. Let's see some of its attributes. And we created the vendor group number 10. Let's see that. This is a vendor group domestic purchases, and the payment terms we attached, it's net 180 days. Let's go to the payment terms, and here we see like the payment method, and the payment method we used is net. It means 180 days. If you are buying something today, and you received the invoice on today, let's say, and then your payment will be due after 180 days. So this is something. And then the current month, what this means. Let's assume Let's assume it's not 180 days, it's just 10 days. And you are receiving the invoice on 17th. So it's net 10 days and invoice is 17th April. So the payment will be due, or this invoice will be due on after 10 days, after 10 days of 17th. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're supposed to pay on 28th. So that's one net 10 days means. Assume we have this payment method, current week. Current week. Let's start with this. This current week means like this is the current week. So you forget this week and take 10 days after this week when you finish this week. So it will be you starting you assume the last day of this week is Sunday. So you take 10 days from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So your invoice will be due on 3rd of May. So that's the meaning of current week. And similarly, if you go to the current quarter, it means it's you forget the current quarter. In the following quarter, you have to pay after 10 days. If you use the current year, it means you forget the current years. The following year, you have to pay after 10 days. So this one is cash on delivery. This is cut off days. So this is the explanation about payment methods. So we discussed this, and then we discussed the payment schedule. For instance, the amount is big, $6 million. You pay in installments like 1 million per month. So that you can do. This is the payment schedule. This is the payment day. And payment day means if your organization is paying on every 20th of the month, so you define this. Or you're paying on every Monday, you can define this in the payment day form. So we discussed this. And one more thing I would like to share with you people. Today, let me go to this. Fresh it. What's the problem? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So this is the wiki or help page for Dynamics 365. Let me explore it a bit. So the interesting area for the current training is distribution. You can explore inventory management homepage here, warehouse management, this area. You can explore account payable, account receivable, cash management, general ledger and reporting, product information, product configuration, procurement and sourcing. Yeah, yeah. So this is the main page we will be frequently visiting and exploring for further explanation and other stuff. This is very comprehensive. You would love it. Okay, so let me type payment day. Okay, click here. So this is the explanation. In the payment day form, we have this information. Let's go to terms of payment. Vendor payment terms. So lot of information. Okay, coming back. Okay, let's go to group. Yeah, and that's it. So if you have any question up to up to the moment, so you can ask. Okay, let me move forward. So we have vendor. Now we want to procure something, and in order to do that, we need to have some item. So let's go to product information management, and in the product we have all products and product master, product master, release products. Let's try to understand this. Let's go to all product and product masters. You see with the product subtype, this is the product type item. There are two types of products. One is the item, the other is service. And similarly, there are two types of sub-products. The one is product, the other one is product master. If you create new, let's do it. So in the product type, we have product and service. And in the product subtype, we have product and product master. So that's the basic choices you have to make at the beginning. And then you need to give some product number. This product might be defaulted if you wish. How you can do that? Let's do this. Let's go to product information management. Go to setup. Go to product information parameters. Go to number sequences. So here we have the product number sequence, this one. So this is the hyperlink. If you click here, you will be coming to the definition. So we want this, the number sequence is manual. So let's make it, it's automatic, continuous, yes. We save it and we go back, go to the product information. all products, click new. Yeah. So a number will be generated for you. So that's something which you can do. Otherwise, you can create the number manually, but this should be unique, of course. Okay. All your products and product masters are shared among all the legal entities. And these are not usable in either PO, purchase order, or in sales order. So only those items are available in sales order or purchase order which are released to that legal entity. And if we release some product to some specific legal entity, then we call that product as released product. Okay. Let's see some product like so we have this product A001 HDMI 6-inch cable. This is already being defined. But if I go to my released products, let's go to released products, you will see nothing because we haven't released any product for this legal entity. They take a while. Yeah, we have none. We want that 6-foot HDMI cable to be available for our legal entity. How we can do this? Go to this page, product, and you can search. You want to release the product HDMI. There are a lot of things, but the filtering purpose, apply. So we have this. You select it and click at the release product. It will start the process. So you click next. For which legal entity you want to. So you can release this item HDMI not only to 002 legal entity, you can release the product to multiple legal entities at one instance. So you just have to click like this one, this one, this one. So it will be released to these 4 legal entities. So if you click next, it will show you the summary, like there is just one selected product which will be released to 4 companies. Coming back, we don't want, because it's very important, and a business perspective, it's very important. So releasing means people can generate the transactions on this item. If assume the product is not readily available, and if you released it, then salespeople might make some transactions and try to sell it or try to purchase it if that's not required right now. So if you want to make sales or purchase on those items, those products, then you release. Otherwise, you can define and wait until you want them. Finish. So during this training, I will try to first do the procure to pay cycle, and then I will do the other one, the sales cycle, and then I will start looking at my agenda and then cover the items one by one. I hope that will make some sense, because once you have the big picture, then when we go to the details, then that will make sense to you. So let's go to products, go to released product. Yeah. So we have one product, which is the subtype is product. It's not a master product. We will discuss what's make the product a master product in the next session, or maybe later sometime. Okay. So let's see this product in detail. Let's click it and then see its detail. So let's edit it. Click the product. There is a button validate. If you click here, you will see the error message. So for this product A001, values need to be specified for the fields item model group, item group, storage dimension group, and tracking dimension group. Sales unit, specify the missing fields value and try to validate again. So this means in order to do the sale or purchase, or in order to make the item ready for the transactions, you have to have defined four basic objects. The objects are the item group, item model group, storage dimension, and tracking dimension, and some unit of measures. So we will do this with this item. So we talk about these things in detail one by one. Okay, so this is the item model group. So click here. You will see nothing, because we haven't created the item model group. We have nothing. So if you right click here and click view details, let's create new. Let's name it 10, say default, and we're going to accept everything as default. And we come back to this item model group and discuss each and every item in minute detail. So right now I'm coming back and assigning the value here. I'm sorry. Let's go to next. Purchase. So you have to define the unit. So let's say I'm choosing, because this is a cable HDMI, the unit most probably should be each. I don't know why it's taking long. You have to set the price because it's engaged there, so I'm not able to do anything. Okay, so here you can define the percentage by which the quantity of the product receipt can exceed the order quantity. Let's assume you are ordering 100 units. Over delivery, you might expect. Maybe you saying like you can only accept if the over delivery is just up to 5%. And under delivery, maybe again 5%. So this is for the over delivery and under delivery, you can set the percentages. And you have to set the price. Let's assume I'm going to buy this by $10. Quantity is 1 unit. Okay, let's move ahead. We come back here, visit this page again for the explanation of each and every field. So don't worry. So sell, maybe selling unit may be different. So I'm picking the same unit each. Here again you can define the over delivery, under delivery. Price you are setting like let's say 15. So I'm purchasing at a price of 10 and I will be selling at a price of 15 per unit. Okay. There are a lot many other things which I'm skipping. Manage inventory. You have to define the inventory unit. So your purchase unit, your sales unit, your inventory unit, all three could be different. So, okay. I'm not making it. I'm not producing it. So forget it. Manage cost. So here you have to define the item group. So far we don't have any item group. So let's create it. Right click, go to item group. New 10. This is, you can say this is HDMI cable. So it's electronic accessories. If you save it, so the system is asking to provide a lot of information in this page. So at the moment I'm not providing anything. So I'm just saving it. Going back. So in order to go back, you just press the escape button. So choose the item group. This is the item group. And cost. Let's assume if you produce yourself, the cost might be 8 and quantity is 1. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm saving it and I'm validating it again. Let's see what's the system response. So values need to be specified for the storage dimension and tracking dimensions. Two more things I have to provide. So let's try to find where's the storage dimension or tracking dimensions are located. So as the name suggests, so these are specific with the inventory or with the warehouse. So go to the inventory management, go to the inventory breakdown, inventory dimensions. Tracking number groups, inventory. So you can define the item group here, item model group here. Okay. Go to procurement and sourcing, setup. Okay. So if it's taking time, you just type here tracking. It's not helping. Let me look at closely. So in the setup, we have inventory and warehouse management parameters, dimensions.
It's under inquiries and report. It's tracking dimensions here in the first column.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's giving you the report on those things. But here
Oh,
we want to create. So let me find it out. Inventory, warehouse, bill, quality, packing, posting, commodity. No. So go to procurement and sourcing, setup, vendors, collaboration, price, charge, distribution, forms, request. No. Go to warehouse, go to inventory, inventory type. Where I lost them. Go to product information management. Yeah, we have here. Yeah. So we got it. So product information management. So this is the storage dimension groups. This is the tracking dimension groups. So first talk about the storage dimension group. So there are already being created. This is the site where you have the site and warehouse selected. Both are active. But you're doing the transaction, physical and financial inventory transactions on the site level. This is a site and warehouse. This is a site, warehouse and location. And this is again warehouse. So there are different combinations, and there are things like site, warehouse, location, inventory status, and license plate. So we will talk about these things later, but right now I will be using site and warehouse. So before like assigning this, I need to understand what's a site and what's a warehouse. Site is maybe if you're doing your business from Lahore, so your Lahore will be your one site. And in one site, this is a physical location. On one site, you might have multiple warehouses. So if we go to, so let's create the one site because this site is specific with the legal entity. If I go to warehouse management and see site here. We don't have any site. Let's create it. Let's give a name, one. Let's say it's a default site. Just save it. Create one warehouse. This is the warehouse. There is no warehouse. So let's do it. One. Default warehouse. Site is mandatory, so you have to pick one. And that's it. That's it. Okay. So come back to product information management. We seen the storage dimension. So you have to define the storage dimension, like you're going to use site, you're going to use site along with the warehouse, or you're going to use site along with warehouse, along with the location, or you're going to define everything. So this is up to your requirement. So let's see the tracking, where you track the products. And in order to track the product, you need three things. One is the batch number, the other one is the serial number, third is owner. So already defined, like, so we will discuss this later. So go to the released product. This is the released product. Validate it. You have the same problem, like storage dimension and tracking dimension. And the dimensions you can define from here, dimension groups. So there are product dimension group, the storage dimension group, and the tracking dimension group. Because it's not a master product, so you don't need to define the product dimension group. So if it's a master product, then this need to be added as well. This will be mandatory. So storage dimension group, I am using site and warehouse because I have defined both. I will be using the site and warehouse information. And for tracking, I don't want to track, so you can use none. So that's mandatory. You have to define one tracking dimension with no selection. So that's your none. Choose it. Okay. Validate again. Okay. So all field values required for validation are specified for this product. So this product is usable now. Okay. Let's go to the vendor. Okay. So this is the vendor. So for the purchase order default, click here, click edit. We know which site I'm going to use. This is one. So in our purchase order, this site will be defaulted. As I know, I will be buying HDMI cable from Fayaz, and I will be storing these items in these locations. Okay, so there's something we can do. So this will be defaulted. So right now I'm not doing. I want to show you something. Okay, let's create one purchase order. Let's try to buy something from Fayaz. We have one item. Let's click item. Okay. You see the item, the unit, and the price which we associated with the item 10 is being defaulted. Okay. Let's try to save it so we see the error message. Because we assigned the storage dimension which required the site and warehouse. So that you have to mention. So inventory dimension site is mandatory and must consequently be specified. So let's do it. So if you click here, purchase order line, so you want to display item dimensions. So it will be showing you all the storage, tracking, and product dimension. So product dimension having 4 components, storage dimension has warehouse and site, location, license plate, inventory status, and tracking dimensions has these 3 components. So I'm just have to assign site and warehouse as for the tracking dimensions I have chosen none. So click OK. So site is being defaulted. So pick one here, warehouse pick one here. Now try to save it. Okay. Go to purchase. You don't see the confirm button here. So I have created the purchase order, right? And my vendor is okay with it. And he is giving me the confirmation. Like, go ahead. I will sell these things to you at the agreed or the terms mentioned in this PO. So then I need to press this confirm button. So in the next session, I will show you the workflows as well. But obviously, once you create the purchase order is being created. I hope you agree at this point there is no financial transaction, but I'm not able to confirm it. So what's the reason? Okay, let's try to figure out.
Because it's approved, I guess.
Okay, anybody else? Yes, anyone?
Maybe once the purchase order is posted, only then the transaction is going to occur.
Okay. So if we go to the header and see the complete header, we see the purchase type. So defaulted type is journal. So the purchase type is journal. Journal means it's just a memorandum. So you can't do anything on it. So if you click here, there are three types of purchase types. Let me click. The one is journal, the other one is a purchase order, the third one is returned order. So I'm clicking here, purchase order. I save it. Okay. So there is another thing. So this vendor is not authorized for this on this date. This is the warning. What this means and how we can avoid this. But you see that like the in the action we see the confirm. So there are two questions we having on hand now. The one is I don't want to change this purchase type purchase order myself. That's one thing. The other thing is I don't want to see this message. So how I can avoid this? Go to purchase payable, go to account payable parameters. I think I'm at the wrong place. So I need to go to procurement and sourcing. And procurement and sourcing parameters. Yeah. So here in the journal, the purchase type which is being defaulted is journal. So I have to change it to purchase order. So whenever I create the purchase order, its type will be purchase order. Save it. So I fixed one problem. I have another problem. Like I should not be receiving the, where I will be having that. Let's go to product information management, I guess. Product information parameters. No. Inventory management. Inventory management parameters. So what I want the system should not check. So you've seen almost all the parameter types. Go to this item. Edit it. Anybody understanding what I'm looking for? So this is something approved vendor check method. So it's warning only. I'm saying no check. So this is one place where you can define with the vendor whether this vendor is approved for that item or not. And where we define that, so that we see later. So you need to have a list of one item and one item along with the list of all the vendors which are approved for that item. So we see that later. So let's try to complete our agenda. Accounts payable, all vendors, purchase order, pick this item. You have to choose the site and warehouse because in the storage dimension we made that compulsory. Yeah, we know. And where we can default these things, we can assign the warehouse and site information with the vendor. So those information will be defaulted here. I will do that sometime later. So I need site and warehouse. Okay, site is 1, warehouse is 1. Save it. No message, so it's okay. We can go ahead. So let's confirm it. It take a while. Meanwhile, if you have any question, you can ask.
Can we have a situation in which we have a shared warehouses against multiple sites?
One warehouse with, let me complete.
Multi.
Maybe we can park this question later on. So we have just a short of time. So let's try to receive it. So creating and confirming purchase order will not create any financial or inventory transaction. So there is no change in the inventory and there is no financial liability or expense or anything. So it just, you can say it's just a memorandum, but it's a legal contract. So if you send the PO, confirm it and send it to the vendor, then you have to accept the things. Otherwise, they can sue you. So the first thing is you create the product receipt. You assume you receiving the things. So let's click it. You can see before creating this. Okay, do you have inventory of anything? I might take 5 minutes more today. So if you go to inventory, go to on hand. So you view like, is there any inventory or anything in our warehouse or in the storage dimensions? So let's see that. We don't have anything. Available at site 1, ordered 2. So this is the current situation, I guess. 2 quantities we are ordering. So 2 quantities are in ordered. On hand, we don't have anything. Physical inventory is nothing. It's 0. So let's go back. Close. Let's receive the product. So vendor send us the things and now we are receiving. We ordering for 2 items. Let's see. Give a receipt number. We are asking for just 1 item. Okay. You will see a lot of errors. So can anybody anticipate what's the problem so far? Okay, operation is completed. Let's go to the product receipt and see. View the accounting. We will not see any accounting. Yeah, none. Okay. So what's the problem with this? When you physically receive the product at your premises, then the one thing is there is a financial liability on your part. So there must be some accrual for purchases which you have to pay because you received the things. So that's the accrual. That's the one thing. The other thing is you need to increase the inventory because your inventory is being added. So these two things should be impacted here, but we don't see here. So how we configure this and where the problem lies, we will resume tomorrow and we will continue right from this place. Thank you very much for your patience and staying with me. I'm stopping the recording. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you.